Hi guys, welcome to HaloITSM. Today we're running through how to use workflows in the system. Let's take a look. First thing you need to do when you get into the system is understand exactly what a workflow is. So using a combination of a number of tickets, so you have your actual ticket types here, and along the top you have your actions which help move the ticket around. You can specify these and have as many as you wish, and then within these you also have the ability to add in fields where you like as well. So these guys are just boxes and labels. You can put your own names against these. So if you're looking to capture certain information against a ticket, against the actual action itself, you can add your own ones in. There's an unlimited amount, and you'll be able to add these into the system to capture data at the correct point. How you do this is if I jump back, go to configuration, scroll down the left hand side and use custom objects, custom fields. Up here on the left hand side you can choose where you want your box and your label. So if you put it against a ticket or an action, you can choose exactly what it's called. And this could be a multiple selection, this could be a drop down, a text entry, a checkbox, wherever it may be, and you can then choose to make it mandatory as well. Okay, so that's the basis of a ticket. It's moved around with actions and it uses fields as well to capture data. Once you've understood those concepts, the next dimension is the actual workflow. Okay, so if I was to go into a sales ticket, for instance, to use a opportunity as an example here, so I'll go ahead and turn on sales, jump back, and go into the opportunities area. If we jump into a ticket over here, just any old demo ticket, you can see across the middle of the screen you have a workflow represented. Okay, so what this allows you to do essentially is that every single stage of a ticket's life cycle you can dictate exactly what actions are available. For example, we have this pipeline here represented in a workflow. So for instance, if I was to click qualify, you can have to show up any sort of information, and then we'll be able to then just save this up, and you'll be able to see that the actual actions are now changing and we're now moving down the workflow. And you can see this by clicking in. So when you go into a ticket, you can see exactly what stage this is at its ticket's life cycle. If I click this again, another action appears, and you can choose what goes inside that, and you can see it moves on and on and on, and down we go. So that's the actual end result of how it looks. And from here, you can apply this to any sort of workflow in your business. So this could be a GDPR request, this could be a ticket, an incoming support tickets. This could go from level 1 to level 2 to level 3, for instance. This could be HR items. This could be any sort of infrastructure or maintenance support, or this could be a new starter, let's say, from an end user portal. So a new starter request has been populated from the end user portal. It comes into the system and it has a workflow automatically applied to it. So that would be another example there. Alright, so jumping back, let's actually go ahead and create one of these and show you how to do that. So if I go to configuration, then I go into tickets, then I go down to workflow. But I'm going to build my own one today. So we go up to new, and we create a stage 1. We add in some actions. So today I'm going to build, as soon as a ticket arrives into stage 1, first thing I'm going to want to do is have the ability to, as an email user, I want a private note so I can leave notes against the ticket, maybe an appointment so I can schedule time with someone, and also have the ability to log to a supplier. So if I'm ordering kit, I'll be able to just send it straight to a supplier and say, hi there, I need this XYZ, it's been specified on this ticket, can you help? Can you add this to my account and then send it out ASAP to this address? Something like that. Also, you'll have the ability to reassign this as well. So if it's not for you, you'll be able to reassign this to one of your colleagues, and also create a child ticket. So there's another subtask which is not outlined in the initial parent ticket. So let's say you want to send this, you want to have a child ticket going to the HR team to sort out right to work and to any sort of payroll, etc. That's something you'll be able to do there as well. Okay, so that's our stage 1. And what we can do is we can add another stage in here. So now what we can do, now that we have these two, is we have the ability to then link these together. So what we can do is go ahead and see these. You see on the right hand side here, we have these little thane boxes. You can choose where these lead to, so you can have a cascade of different workflows going on and the different trajectories of where you want this workflow to go. Normally what I suggest to onboarding customers is to kind of break down, almost gather around a table as such, and work out exactly what you would like to happen as part of this flow via this part. And then from there you'll be able to reflect that process into the system via this screen we're looking at right here. Use this in day-to-day activities. You can see now I'm just going to add all these in, have to do what I like to, and just say just a basic one. So level, from stage 1 to stage 2, let's say, We can call this one stage 2, have it go to the end, and this will be a complete stage, let's say, and you'll be able to then dictate what actions are available. So you can say it's a stage 2, so the initial ticket has come in, so you can choose a approval process outcome, and you'll be able to then say if it's approved, move back to step 1, remain at step 2, move it forward. So essentially what you're able to do is, let's say a new starter is starting within your business, it gets launched via the end-user portal, comes into the system. The first step could even be that a approval process is launched and it has to be confirmed before anyone is able to start working on it. And that means that only once someone of a senior management position, let's say, someone with some authority, they have the ability to look over the actual incoming request, ensure that it's all correct and you're happy for it to go ahead and order that kit or assign that kit, and you'll be able to then approve it. If it's approved, it goes to step 2, something like that, let's say, and then if you save that up, you now see that it goes to step 2, and that could be the end. You know, in an ideal world, it's probably be the other way around, wouldn't it? Where you'd have the step 2 first, where the approval would happen, and then it would open up into actions. But that's just an example in this case of what's able to be achieved. Other things that are interesting that you're able to achieve here also is talking about some more kind of advanced functionality is kind of the ticket templates also. So if I go into the actual tickets over here, and then down to templates, what you're able to do is you're able to actually specify the sort of ticket that comes in, if it has a to-do list associated with it, if it has any additional values, if it has any child tickets associated. So this is where it'd be really good to kind of set up and hook in your ticket templates also. So essentially, a ticket could arrive into the system, and instead of it requiring to go to someone senior, it can have a to-do list associated with it. And if I was to jump back to the tickets over here, go into one of these, you can see if we have a to-do list associated, for instance, creating a user in AD, you can see how this is represented down on the right hand side. So this could be sprung automatically as the ticket's created, which is pretty handy. So you can specify basically instructions from 1 to 10 on exactly how to perform a task, any sort of task, and it can relate exactly to what the source of ticket subject is regarding, which is pretty neat. So that means that you don't have to always have someone senior on the case. You can write the instructions once and then have anyone in the team be able to fulfill these, which is pretty handy. And then you can also tick these off as well, which is great for audit purposes, because these boxes being ticked here are also reportable. So you can put out who ticked them, what ticket it was against that was ticked, what time it was ticked, and you could just produce a report. So if you have any auditing, any sort of kind of security compliance, such as ISO 27001 for instance, this is something you'll be able to just kind of present as part of the process and show exactly these metrics to the auditor. So if you wanted to see what a child ticket would look like, if I was to create a child ticket for instance, this could be a related task, let's say, and it can have a subject and be related, so this could be HR's payroll, something like that. This could be allocated to this ticket, and it could be automatically sprung. So you can see here that we now have child tickets available. So this could be a new starter request, let's say, and it could also spring a child ticket. So alongside this, you would have another task related to the parent task, which is associated and assigned to someone specific within another team for them to complete. And you can be able to then click into this area and see, if I was to go into this ticket over here, it also works the other way as well. So you'll be able to see the parent ticket from here, which is pretty nice. So you can see the parent ticket is actually shown over here. And this is really neat, because what you'll be able to do is, from a parent level, you'll be able to see total time spent on this task in total. So you'll get a feel going forward, hopefully by the reporting suite, that you can see the total amount of time required by your team at this time to be able to fulfill this sort of request. And then you can start associating targets and hoping that people kind of meet these to ensure that you're operating effectively. So that's another example of how you can work on jobs in series as well as in parallel, and just to also kind of lead towards a common goal. And you're also able to set this up so only once all child tickets are closed down, that you're able to close down the parent task and then move that off, and you can claim that it's now been finished and it's nothing's been missed at all. It's all had requirements put against it. It's all had a to-do list. It's all repeatable. And it just means that every single kind of larger scale task requiring multiple teams collaboration, and that all the boxes are ticked. Okay, so that's some more advanced stuff around workflow that we covered today. And also there's a few extras in there as well regarding kind of ticket templates, stuff around ticket templates, to-do list, child tasks, working in series and in parallel, and also the end user suites as well. But if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us at haloitsm.com. We also have other video guides available.